40 years ago today, President Ferdinand Marcos read Proclamation 1081 on nationwide TV, placing the entire country under martial law under the context of the staged assassination of his former defense minister Juan Ponce Enrile and the rising communist insurgency. Marcos ruled the country for another 14 years until he was deposed during the Acts of People Power Revolution in 1986. Following is the video of the formal declaration which aired on television and radio stations nationwide on September 23, 1972.
My countrymen, as of the 21st of this month, I signed Proclamation number 1081, placing the entire Philippines under martial law.
Doris Dumbao was a martial law survivor. She was an activist against late Ferdinand Marcos.
I've been to all the rallies, and I'd like to think that the torch has been passed. I'd like to think, because starting last year nung nangyari yung burial sa libingan. Actually, when that happened, sobra akong natuliro. When the Supreme Court decided na pwede siyang pwedeng malibing. And I knew that when the Supreme Court decision came down na tatanungin ako yung I actually sneaked into my house because I didn't want to talk to anyone. At saka parang I was so ano ba yung word? Tuliro, I guess. Parang how can this happen? Parang alam mo yun, sobrang beyond talaga sa it's just unthinkable, unimaginable, everything. Ano ba yan? And they should not get into power. God, you know, with the things that's happening now, it's like, what are the youth gonna think? Alam mo, that it's okay to kill, di ba? Wala, murang buhay ng tao, parang ganon. I think takot ang taong bayan eh. And it's when you cow people into that kind of situation, it will be easy to declare martial law kasi parang wala nang lalaban. Pero ako, I'm coming out of retirement. If that happens, I swear.
Milo Aguilar was an underground press during Marcos' era and was kidnapped and imprisoned in 1984.
Biglang nag-cut across yung sa amin, yung I think that was 2 or 3 vans and 2 cars. And bigla na lang may humalbot na sa akin dito. And siya was shouting, "Wag, wag!" And then someone got my glasses like that. Tapos na-scratch pa ako dito. And then I was being hauled out. One holding my arms and my arms and the other my feet. And then nung nasa labas na, nakaisip ako I should shout my name because nobody knows my real name. So I kept shouting my real name. Si Mila Aguilar ako! Si Mila Aguilar ako! Ganon. And they got me to a car, the door. They opened the door at the back and then parang alam mo yung baboy ganon 1, 2, 3 pag ganon right smack in the middle of the back seat of the car. Binblindfold ako when we reached St. Joseph's College. So, I surmised then, ay hindi alam ng mga to na out of the underground nag-resign na ako kasi parang seemingly threatening me, ay ito yung headquarters mo that we were able to get through the claims board. Then the killings, the torture became much more apparent to me. I mean, I saw them like what I described, no? Talaga tinutuhog, kinakain ang laman, and so on. May maraming atrocities. And they did that to frighten people and to drive them away from lands from which they wanted to get logs and mines. They were after mines talaga. And of course, to be able to mine something, you have to delog it first. Never give up democracy. Kasi once you give it up, patay tayong lahat.
Apple on the Wall by PJ Patino. There's this small photo on the wall of my father's office at home. You know, where father brings his work, where he doesn't look strange, is still wearing his green uniform and collar breastplates, where, to prove that he works hard, he also bought a photo of his boss whom he calls Apple. So Apple could, hang around on the wall behind him and look over his shoulders to make sure he's snappy and all. Father snapped at me at once, caught me sneaking around his office at home, looking at the stuff on his wall handguns. Handguns, plagues, a sword, medals, a rifle, told me that was no place for a boy, only men, when he didn't really have to tell me because that photo of Apple on the wall was already looking at me around. His eyes followed me like he was that scary cheese in the hallway, saying, I know what you are doing. In conclusion, this poem did an excellent job of depicting the horror of commanding people to be good while also putting them in a cage of limitations. This may sound good to some people, but think about it. At what cost could you lose so many lives just to make your country disciplined? Except for those seeking power and recognition, no decent human being will do such a thing. The story captured the point of view of the people and victims during this era by making the person as father appear afraid of his superior, as portrayed by Marcos. This is a very interesting story to discuss because for the recent months, a lot of false information about martial law is circulated online, romanticizing the dictatorship of the late Ferdinand Marcos and portraying him as the savior of the Republic of the Philippines' fallen economic status. And as the message, we, the Group 3, simply hope that all of the victims of this tragedy find peace and that this serves as a lesson that not everything can be accomplished flawlessness by force, thus still considering the civil rights of the Philippines and of the Filipinos.